G'day good people, it is Mimo here, back for some more Tier 3, Tier 4 action, and it is all out Richards go today. Now I got him from the guaranteed 5-star recruits. I guess that was one of the times I got lucky and actually pulled a decent 5-star. So here it is, all out war Richard. Now leader skill wise, he is all tough teammates get plus 30% defense, and you get a medium bonus item drop rate chances, which is great. I think the main reason I love using him when it comes to ultra gear maps is actually having the all tough teammates leader skill and the medium bonus item drop rate. So it gives my teams, that bit of a defense that helps when you're coming up against green and reds in the ultra rare gear events, and also gives the medium bonus item drop rates, which hopefully I can get a school bag or a walkie from that. I have a pretty good blue team, so it really works well for me. And I guess anyone with a good blue roster, which most people have about 5 Andreas these days, right? So this leader skill works quite well, like I said, with farming and things like that, and allows you to use a range team, which is absolutely awesome. Adrenaline Rush wise, he is a 45 AP Adrenaline Rush, so thumbs up right there, that's always nice to see. Deals 250% damage and minus 30% defense for 3 turns to 1 enemy and all enemies adjacent to it. So he is a multi-hitter, which is really, really nice, which also downs the defense, and he does a bit of damage. So 250 damage to multiple enemies is quite nice. 30% defense minus, you would like a bit more, but 30% is more than enough for you to take out a whole team with a big hit and multi-hitter coming over the top. And so it's more than enough, and it's for 3 turns, so it gives you a few turns to actually work on the whole team at that minus 30% defense, and sort of get rid of them. If you have a few more multi-hitters that come over the top, I think I use mine in tandem mainly with, they're not really full multi-hitters, as in they can't hit all enemies adjacent like this guy can, but they can hit up to 3 enemies and things like that. So I use people like Aaron, also Omid, and people like that in the blue multi-hitting rage to come over the top after that, and it definitely does a lot of damage. Like I said, he's doing a baseline damage of 250 to start with before his minus in it, and 3 turns is a solid amount of turns. At 45 AP, you could definitely have him recharged and ready to go before that 3 turns is even up, so you continuously minus in the defense if it even lasts that long, which is really nice. Now baseline stats when maxed out, he has 764 attack, so it's not overly high, but it's still a good amount of attack that is going to do a quality amount of damage when he does hit with that rush. 780 defense, which once again, it's not overly high, but it is still, it will stand its ground. It definitely will stand its ground, that defense at 780. And then HP is probably a tad higher than those 2 stats, and a bit more to smile about at the 1141. That's a really nice stat. But like always, you always have options when it comes to weapons to actually add on and sort of make them a bit stronger in any department if you feel they're a bit weaker. Like I said, I definitely think his value lies not only for the medium bonus item drop rates when it comes to ultra rare gear maps, which is where I use him quite a lot, but also when it comes to his adrenaline rush, that minus 30% defense for the 3 turns is absolutely brutal. Like I said, if you can't get big multi-hitters in behind him and taking him out within that turn or within the 2 turns, then 3 turns you're going to pretty much almost destroy that team at minus 30% defense. You may want it to be a bit more, but for the 3 turns it's more than enough for you to be hitting very, very hard, especially if you have someone in your team that's going to buff your attack rate altogether and then come over with a buff attack and also a big multi-hitter. Then it's going to take care of things, and anyone that can sort of minus defense these days are a very valuable character, because they can literally bring teams and raid defense teams I should say, down to their knees with this minus defense, and just bloody, you can brutal them. The amount of multi-hitters we have in this game these days that have big hitting damage rates, if you can combine them with someone that minuses the defense like this guy here, you're going to dominate, especially when it comes to your ultra rare gear maps and things like that. You're going to not only be saving your battle items, but you're going to be taking care of these things a lot easier, and it's going to be more economical in your farming rate and things like that. So it's really, really nice to have Richard. I am a big fan of him, if you can't actually tell. I'm a huge fan of him, and I do like that he's in the guaranteed 5-star recruit wheel, and I hope all of you out there are lucky enough to get one. But as always, thanks for watching.